The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says 2 active cases of West Nile virus have been reported in Arkansas. So what does that mean? Channel 7's Kaylin Clay checked in with a medical professional today to find out. Kaylin.
Well, Chris, mosquito season is upon us, with August and September being the time where the majority of West Nile virus cases are seen in Arkansas. I spoke to Dr. Keyur Vyas with UAMS today, and he tells me West Nile is the biggest mosquito-borne virus to worry about in Arkansas. Again, we're seeing 2 cases here, and it's all around us. The CDC reports Texas to have 41 cases and Mississippi to have 25 cases.
While some may be asymptomatic and not even know they have West Nile virus, Dr. Vyas says symptoms can be characterized as flu-like symptoms with fever, body aches, and chills. But the biggest threat, he says, is the development of West Nile neurologic disease, which can lead to an ICU stay or death. He says this is most often seen in individuals with more compromised immune systems or at an older age.
They can get meningitis or encephalitis from West Nile, and that can present as a number of neurologic symptoms. So they may have headaches along with the fever. They may have neck stiffness. They may develop seizures. Weakness or paralysis may develop as well, depending on the severity of the illness.
Dr. Vyas says this is the time when West Nile picks up, but this is also a time when people are outside at things like football games and Labor Day weekend festivities. And since the early 2000s, West Nile virus has led to mosquito awareness reminders like covering exposed skin. And as far as insect repellent, Vyas says to look for a repellent that has the chemical DEET in its formula to prevent both mosquito and tick bites.
Apply it regularly according to the label directions. You want to make sure that you do that before you go outside, and then reapply frequently while you're outside to help prevent not just mosquitoes, but ticks as well this time of year.
And finally, Vyas says to look for places of standing water where mosquitoes can lay eggs, even amounts as small as a bottle cap of water.
Looking around your property and seeing if there are areas where water is collecting, and then addressing those. So tires that may be out, any sort of flower pots or other things that you may have out that collect water.
Dr. Vyas says that another mosquito-borne disease, the EEE virus, is present in other parts of the country. And while we don't have any cases here in Arkansas, he says there are mosquitoes here that can transmit the virus. This virus, he says, is rare to infect humans, but is much more deadly. Still, though, he says West Nile is the main mosquito-borne illness seen in Arkansas. He says the same precautions that apply to West Nile apply to EEE. On your side, I'm Kaylin Clay.
Kaylin, thanks so much. Mosquito season typically lasts until late fall or early winter. Of course, they go away as our temperatures cool down. To see Kaylin's full interview with Dr. Vyas that aired today on Little Rock Arc, just head to our website, katv.com.